Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I have another version of a very cool knife from Concept that I'm going to check out right now with you guys and gals. And by the way, this is not the first one of these knives that I've had, but it is a newer version. And I think there's like 9 or 10 of these. And I have a discount code that'll get you anywhere from like 15 to 20 bucks off. And this is the Concept Fenrir. Would you look at it? Just look at it and all of its carbon fiber shreddedness. That is very, very cool. Okay, I'm digging this version. Okay, here's the one that I have had before. I've had this one for a while. I love this knife. I can tell you, if there's not any significant difference between this one and this one, that this is going to get a rave review. Now, this one is a little more Mr. Fancy Pants than this one here by just a little bit. Now, this one, I'm just going to show you both knives. What the heck? This has very cool dimpled G10. And it has a very good grip to it. I do have a video on that, but let's get back to this one here, right? Ooh, yeah. Now, I am really liking, look at this. These accents, whenever I get accents, this particular color, that kind of bronzish color, just makes it look fancy. Looks a little Mr. Fancy Pants to me. I like it when they do that. And what are we saying up here? That looks like a model number. And this is obviously, you can tell it's a little bit of Damascus going on. Check that out. Look at the pivot. So clean. And here's a look, an up close look at that shredded carbon fiber. Do we have any pitting? I don't see any. It looks very uniform, very uniformy, and very cool looking. Big old pocket clip. It's a milled 3D titanium clip. And this right here, by the way, is titanium also. And wow, if you want to get a little fancy with your Fenrir, I would go with this route. Are you ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh, and by the way, yeah, that is something I tend to say a lot, and it just became a thing, and I enjoy it. While I do take my knives serious, sometimes when folks see my videos, they think I'm just joking around, and I'm not being. I am. I just don't have the desire to sit here and talk slow and say, this is a very nice harpoon blade shape. It's just not my style. That would bore me. I have to have fun while I'm doing this myself. But getting back to it, check this out. Very neat looking pattern. That pattern is called something. Somebody in the comments tell me, what is that called? It's not a rose something. It's a particular pattern, and it does look nice. And this blade shape, speaking of harpoon, look at this. I can tell you now that the ergonomics are fantastic on this knife. Just for using it like this, it has a nice little push-off point here, and also when you're holding it like this, and you know the size of my hand, right? 4 inches, 3.5, and then from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25, and ooh, yeah, the ergos on this one are no different than the other one. It feels really good, and I love that you can choke up like this. It just kind of locks you into place, and it's really good for doing push cuts because if you can see here, my middle finger locks into this area right here. And while we're talking about this area right here, look at this. It has just enough pass-through, not a lot. It's not one of those ones. It's not a Cadillac pass-through. You do have to put your thumb in there, commit just a little bit, but look how smooth. Oh yeah, this one's even smoother than the one I have. And you can see on the inside right here, these are titanium liners. This is titanium right here, and then right inside there is a steel lock bar insert. That way you don't get, lock up, you don't get lock stick right there on the face of the tang. So, oh my goodness. Yes, can you hear it? Oh, that is so smooth. So it has a good lockup, and yep, I mean, would you expect it to not be centered? Here's a little bit of deployment. This is using the thumb. Oh man, this one, it feels like I've taken it apart and cleaned it already. It is just so incredibly smooth. Oh my goodness. Here's the reverse flick. Look how easy that is to reverse flick. And man, oh man, and the front flick is very nice. And this one here, you can also do the over the top. You can put your index finger on the top here like this and just flip it open like that. Oh my, yes. Let me show you what these look like next to each other. Get them. Oh wow. I'm holding, I don't know why I'm trying to hold back the excitement because someone said I get too excited. I shouldn't let that hold me back because that would take away from the fun of the channel. Now these knives overall are 7.9 inches long, so it's almost an 8-inch long knife, and you have a 3.5-inch blade. I don't think that's gonna be our cutting length. Let's see what our cutting length is gonna be. Cutting edge is gonna be right around 3.06 inches. So it's a 3-inch cutting length knife. And a couple size comparisons for you. Here is one version, and there are many, many versions of of the QSP Penguin, bigger than the Penguin. And then here is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Now, if you look at it like this, your blade, you have just about the exact same amount of blade. Yeah, it's pretty darn close as far as sharpen length as the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. And then here's what it looks like with the Paramilitary, or the Para 3 up top. Now, you have, if you look at the amount of handle room, there's not a whole lot of difference because you have this large choil here. So if we put those choils up next to each other and you look at how much handle room you have, this right here is really nice. So if you have a bigger hand, that you're able to wrap your pinky around the back side of that, which makes it comfortable. So I like the fact that this gives you more than one option for carrying it, but I really do like the way it feels. And this one, wow, it is so smooth. Here's a little bit of acoustics if it does have some. And I will say it is buttery, buttery smooth. And the last time I checked, there were at least 9, I think maybe 10 different versions of this knife still available. There's all kinds of different, you have options for stonewash or the black stonewash. You can get satin blades, or you can get the fancy, Mr. Fancy Pants blades like this. And you know, every once in a while, occasionally, I will take a knife like this with me. I'm not a huge Damascus fan, but sometimes when I'm feeling just a little fancy or wanting to feel a little showy, you know, maybe going out to dinner or something. And I know some of the folks that I go out and have dinner with, they'll be like, oh, wow, let me see that. They really, really dig it. So sometimes it is neat to have a little bit of fanciness in my life. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the action, the ergos, the fit and finish, everything about this knife. This is one of those knives that you can't really find a nitpick. I mean, the only thing is maybe if you like lanyard holes, you don't have a huge lanyard spot right there, but you do have plenty of room to put regular lanyard cord through there. I would have preferred this been clear and just have a pin in the back, but that's just me because I don't particularly use lanyards on my knives unless maybe it's a little pocket dropper. But we're going to be talking about this one every Friday night. If you didn't know, every Friday night, Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. We have a live stream here on Beez Blades, and if you hit the notification bell, if you subscribe and hit the notification, hit notification all, you will get a notification a half an hour before the live stream starts. We give knives like this away. We give fancy knives away. We give budget knives away. That's not the reason for the live stream. It's just an added extra fun part of it. We do a pizza check. We talk about knives. We talk about snacks. We talk about EDC gear, and we have the knife cam, and we take knives apart. You name it. You never know. Shoot, last week I showed everyone I learned how to do a Rubik's Cube. You know, we just add in a lot of fun. It's like family, and once you start coming, you'll miss it if you don't come back. So come and check us out at the live stream. I think these are very cool. I'll put links in the description and in the comment section where you can go check out the different versions of the Concept Fenrir. Now, to go watch this video, you'll really enjoy that. And until I see you again, or right after you hit the thumbs up button right now, or I see what you say in the comments, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.